the city behind in search of the unknown. Roaring engine like thunder, it is calling you. Oh, let's roll. Unstoppable, unbreakable, a force of nature, you're untamable.
Good morning. I am over here at the livestock market. I've just been chatting with Katie about possibly getting some goats. I have been thinking I need to wait until spring to do this, but it looks like I might be able to get a cut of grass off of that grass field next month. It won't be as productive as it could be if I waited a little bit longer, but I should be able to do it, and it should be enough to see me through some baby goats over the winter. So it could give me some time to get used to the little guys and figure out, what I need to know about raising goats before we get into spring, and by spring and summer next year, they could start being productive even. So I think I'm gonna do that. Katie put me in touch with somebody who will build an animal enclosure for them, just a little shed or something that they can use to stay warm over the winter. We may end up with snow and it may get pretty cold around here. So I'm thinking I might put them, gosh, it's beautiful. I might put them over on the grass field directly. Maybe over at this end of the grass field and leave the other part of the grass field for like hay for them. I don't think I'll need a lot because I'm not going to have that many goats, so it might be okay. I have also been doing a little bit of work clearing. I've got the sawmill. I just wanted to do some practicing with it because I've never used a chainsaw really, or the equipment. So I took down this little tree over here. There's a stump here still. I need to get a stump grinder at some point and take this out. And I cut away some of the bushes. So now I should be able to get into this little shed a little more easily with my front end loader. And I took a few other small trees of that size that were close to the fields. There was one sort of over there and a couple over there. And I've got them into my little sawmill. And my goal for today is to get some bigger trees taken down and get them in there. The other thing I've done is I got the greenhouse set up. So I need to go over to the dealer, to Axel's place, a little bit later today and pick up a water tank so I can get water out of the river and put it in the greenhouse. But the greenhouse is there, and once I get water going, I will be able to get some stuff planted in there. I should probably make a little track over here because I think I'm going to be running along this end of the field quite often. Maybe I'll look into doing that. So yeah, I got the greenhouse set up over there. No progress since I last saw you on the house yet. I still need to get some lumber produced. But yeah, this is my little greenhouse. I went with the tarp style. It's cheaper that way. And I could set it up myself easily. The frames aren't a big deal to assemble. Would have been nice to have two people, but I make do. So yeah, I need to get some water over here and then start planting in the greenhouse. And I also got some gravel and put it down just on this end. So I've got a little drive here off of this drive that runs the length of this field into this area, into my little greenhouse area. So I can get back here with the tractor and the water tanker. And then over here near the sawmill, just so I can get stuff over here, the lumber, and handle it more easily without having to drive through the mud and wet. It's still quite just dirt over here. So someday I'll probably put something, maybe asphalt or just more gravel for now, down here, but it's pretty expensive and time consuming to do that, so I haven't done it yet. So yeah, I don't know what tree I'm gonna take down next. I did take down, there was a little one of those small trees up here, right here, Need to get a stump grinder over here for that. I'm thinking about putting a silo up here. And I'm wondering if this tree here is going to be in the way. It is a beautiful tree, but it's big and it hangs over this area, so it kind of cuts off the corner of this pad a little bit. I don't know. I was also thinking about putting up a little farm stand once I'm growing stuff in my little greenhouse. Maybe over here. I don't know where it's going to be. I got to figure out how I'm going to lay this out up here. So I might want to take this tree here down too, but they're so pretty. I don't want to remove them. Maybe this one, because it's kind of close to the entrance. I don't know. I need to make some decisions about that, I guess. I could, if I think this is something I'm going to be doing for a while, I could rent a tree planter and plant some trees specifically to start growing them to cut them down later. Could take down some of the trees over here too, but they're so pretty. I think this is going to be a problem for me. So I got to decide how I want to handle that. Let me survey the property a little bit more, decide what trees I might want to take down, and then I'll bring you back in when I'm doing some lumber work and picking up the trees with the grab and get it over here to start processing in my little sawmill. Yeah, making progress. Things are coming along. Well, I'm over here at the shop, and I am still waffling about what trees to take down, so I decided I better plant some. I know it'll be a long time before these are ready to harvest as lumber, but for the moment, it'll make me feel better to know I can put more trees in, and these are intended to be lumber. These are lodgepole pine, so pine is kind of a softwood. I don't know if it'll be appropriate for everything I want to build, but it's easy to log and work with. I probably need some hardwood for some of the building I need to do over on my house, so I'm going to have to take down one of those pretty trees. I guess if I hang on to the tree planter, I could plant more, I don't know, American elm or something, and replace some trees that I'm taking down. That's probably my best bet. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. I would love to put these over by the river. There's like a wide area there, but I don't know if it's going to be appropriate for logging. I'm going to have to get over there with this piece of equipment and see what it looks like. And then if I can't use that space, maybe I'll do it along the edge of some fields. I guess I could even do it up here. There's a little bit of shoulder along the edge of these fields. That might be too close to the road. I guess I could do it along the back sides though. I'll keep that in mind if the river doesn't work out. Alright, I will go have a check out of the area over there and try to figure out if I'm going to be able to plant this along the river. And if so, I'll do a little recording of running this planter. Yeah, there's some space here. Should be able to get some of them here. And then maybe some more like along here. I think that should work. Alright, I'll try that. Let me get into a recording. Well, that tree planter was surprisingly easy to use. I'll probably take it back over to the shop in a little bit, but I just want to hang on to it for now. I'm going to take this tree down. I feel really bad about it. It's a beautiful tree, but I need to take something down. This looks like it has plenty of good hardwood in it, so this is going to be the one. It's very bushy over here. I'm a little bit uneasy about the chainsaw, so we'll see how that goes. Well, I decided until I get a little more practice with the chainsaw, I should probably not be trying to do recording at the same time, and that turns out to be a good thing. I took this tree down in the direction of my little greenhouse and almost took out my greenhouse. So that's not great. Where did that... This is a steep hill to be doing this on. Everything's sort of down in this direction. Okay. I cut up some of the branches into logs off camera, and yeah, there's branches all over the top of the greenhouse, but I think I didn't actually damage it. I'll find out when I get this cleared away. We'll see. Also, these are very big logs. I'm now wondering if this grab is going to be big enough to pick it up. It's all the way open. Can I get this in here? No. Alright. That's no fun. Let me get out of here and mess around with this a little bit. See if I can make it work. Can I get it? No. I think it's just too wide. Maybe I can shove it. Oh, dang. I didn't think about that. Alright. I guess I could pick up some of these smaller pieces. Show you something. Or not. Right, I guess I'm going to do this all off camera because this is going to require some muckery. I wanted to show you the work, but I can't. I'll catch you later. Well, that could have gone better, but it also could have gone way worse. I've got a lot of the logs cut down, dragged over here next to my little sawmill for processing. I've processed through some of them already. Some of them were too big to move with my tractor. Not just that the log fork couldn't get all the way around them, but also a couple of them, when I did manage to pick them up, my whole tractor just... basically the whole front end just tipped down. I was driving on the front wheels, not the back wheels. The back wheels were completely off the ground, even with my weight on the back, and I've made a mess of this dirt over here. I've just got tracks everywhere. Hubris. I practiced on some of those small trees, and I thought, oh, this isn't so bad. I can just show this on camera. It won't be a problem. I won't look like an idiot who doesn't know what they're doing. Well, I got overly ambitious, I guess. Note for me, don't try taking down a tree this big until I practice more. And maybe have a bigger tractor or a winch or something drag it instead of trying to pick it up with a log fork. So, yeah. That tree's gone. It's okay, actually. I thought I would think it's a little sad with that tree missing, but it's okay. My greenhouse, it did hit the greenhouse a bit, not too bad. So there was some punctures through the plastic sheeting from some of the branches, which I was able to patch up with like clear shipping tape and additional plastic sheeting in a couple cases. It's just clear sheeting, it's bisqueen, so it's not like if I had gone with a glass greenhouse, that would have been a very different story. So another good reason to go with plastic when you're a newbie like me and you break things. Some of the frame here did get a little bent, but I was able to bend it back more or less. It's not perfect anymore, but it's fine. It'll do for just having a greenhouse. So I'm not super upset. I think not through any skill of mine, sheer luck, my inexperience didn't take out that greenhouse entirely. I did drive over the edge of the field here a few times with the equipment or the logs that were too heavy to actually pick up. So I was just sort of like going on the front wheels. Control is pretty crappy when you're doing that. And so I kind of drove over the crop here. I hope I don't damage it, but if I did, it's just this little corner. It shouldn't be the end of the world. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day on the logging there because that definitely could have gone better. So I'm going to hop in the Massey Ferguson here and get over to the shop and pick up a water tanker so I can start getting some water out of the river into this greenhouse and then I can start planting stuff. I need to get like a pressure washer, I guess, to clean this because it's getting pretty gross from all the work it's doing. Also, I realized I was watching back some of the videos that I've recorded, and a handful of times, or maybe more, I called this tractor a McCormick instead of a Massey Ferguson. It is definitely a Massey Ferguson tractor. I'm sorry for all the folks out there who are Massey Ferguson fans. I think it's a good tractor. I did not mean to use the wrong name when talking about the tractor. So I've been watching a lot of like YouTube videos to try to figure out some of what I'm doing here, and ran across this person doing like farming in a desert basically, or something like a desert. I don't know. There was some kind of disaster and a lot of the farmland has gone barren and they are slowly sort of reclaiming it, which it's kind of an entertaining watch. It's more storytelling, less about how you actually do the stuff. But I really have been enjoying it in between my how-to videos. And the main tractor that woman has is a red tractor, and it's a McCormick. And so I think I just got used to the red tractor being the McCormick and totally messed up when talking about my own tractor, which is a Massey Ferguson. So sorry about that, y'all. My bad. Okay. They know I'm coming, so they should have it ready. I'll just have to go inside and pay for it. I'm getting the smallest one, and this is only going to work for now for transporting water. So when the goats get a little older, I can start milking them and get goat milk and turn that into like goat cheese, I think. I will need different equipment to transport the goat milk. I can't use a water tanker for it. It's just a little plastic tanker. It's small. It's going to take a lot of trips back and forth to the river to get all the water, but it'll do me for now. It's only a couple $1,000s, which cheap is what I need at the moment. I guess I shouldn't just park here in the middle of the drive. I'll park up over here. Hope I'm not blocking whichever bay has the water tanker in it. Okay, I will get inside and get this paid for, and then get back to the farm, and I guess I'll do some video of me filling it up in the river. Hopefully it's not too big of a deal. Okay, I've got my plants going in my little greenhouse. I have got a variety of things going here. I've got lettuce, Napa cabbage, spring onion, garlic, tomatoes, and chili peppers. Basically everything I need to make a good salad. I will probably be living on salads for the foreseeable future because, broke. Obviously, you can see I didn't start from seed. I went to one of the local farmers market. Oh, I should have brought you in there to see it. I got some starters from one of the other farmers at the local farmers market. It does cost a little more to start with starters, but given how long it would take to grow any of this from seed, I just didn't want to wait that long. So, yeah, starters it is. I will probably grow from seed from here on out, and now I will be able to do that. But I wanted to get going because it's going to be a while before I am making any money. Although I guess when the spinach harvest comes around, I hope I'll make some money on that. Also, it is really, really pleasant to work in here. It's just sunny and quiet and really peaceful. I think this greenhouse is going to be someplace where I enjoy spending a lot of time over the winter. I hadn't actually... I said when I went to get the water tanker that I was planning to buy it. I thought it was only a couple $1,000s. It was over $5,000. So it was only $300 to rent it. I was like, let me just rent it this time. So I filled up this tank as much as I can. It should last a while, several months at least, before I need to rent again. So I'm just gonna consider renting it for the foreseeable future, because I'm going to have to spend money on the goat enclosure. I'm going to need to buy a mower for mowing that grass field over there, and some sort of equipment to row it up, and I guess probably something to bale it, or maybe a pickup wagon to just pick it up in a wagon, but then I would need a hayloft. Anyway, the point is, I'm going to have to spend a lot of money to buy equipment, and so I really need to be careful about what equipment I'm buying at this point. I'm going to head over to the Central Cafe for lunch. I have worked up an appetite. And then a little bit later this afternoon, the folks who are going to build the goat enclosure for me are going to come over. We'll do like a consult about where I want to put it. It'll take them a few weeks to get it put up, not too long. So I guess by the next time I see you in November, I will have a goat enclosure. Let's hop in here. There's something I wanted to talk about as I head over to Central Cafe, and that is I am uncertain what's going on with Walter. I noticed when I took the carrots to the mill over by the river, to the silo, that I was going through this sort of dirt road that cuts across between our farms. I'm just going to do that again today. Walter is supposed to be working with his grandkid. His son, I guess, left town, but his grandkid is supposed to be coming over to take over Walter's farm, and that's part of why he bought some of these fields and things over here from my cousin's estate. But I haven't seen any equipment over here yet, and the cows are here, but I never see them out here with the cows. There's no equipment at any of these sheds. It's all just empty. I have seen no sign of the grandkid. Walter is usually over there standing by the house. This field here, which has been plowed now, this field had withered crop in it. Walter let this wheat go to waste. He didn't harvest it. I don't know if he doesn't have the equipment to harvest it, or if he was waiting for his grandkid to come and was going to use that as a learning opportunity to show the grandkid how to harvest. I have no idea. But, I said I was really focused on trying to honor my cousin's legacy, and that's why that's going to be a thing. That's why I really wanted to rent the equipment to harvest the crops they planted, even if it wasn't going to make me any money, because they planted it. They took the time to do that. They had plans, and they cared. And it's a way of showing respect for their memory, in my opinion, and that I care, and that I'm not just here to take over and benefit from the work they've done, but I want to honor them. And the fact that Walter just let that wither doesn't sit well with me. I have missed my turn. So I don't know how to say that to him. I don't know if I even should say that to him. I don't really want to have words with him. He has helped me. He has given me information, helped me learn. Okay, I'm lost actually. I don't normally go this way. Do I go? Looking for the main road. Oh, there's the gas station. Okay. I don't know how to have a conversation with him about it, or even if I should. And it doesn't sit great with me. He introduced me to Ben, and he has told me about Katie and Noah, sort of helping me find key people in the community who can give me information about different aspects of what I'm trying to do, and I owe him for that, but I'm just not happy that that crop withered in that field. I usually park on the end here, but I don't know why she's staring at that space. I'm just gonna sneak in here, it's fine. So yeah, I wanted to sort of get a shot of that withered crop, but I guess I waited too long and he plowed the field. Hey there. Alright, well, I'm gonna head in and have some lunch. Sorry, let me get out of your way. I'm gonna head in and have some lunch. I don't know if Shay's here. She usually works mornings, but I kind of want to talk to her about this Walter situation. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen any equipment. I haven't seen the grandkid. That was the last field that needed to be harvested, so I guess I don't need to worry about him honoring my cousin's legacy in that way anymore. But I don't want to see that land become, I don't know, fallow, barren, unworked. My cousins spent their lives building that up. I've talked with Ben a little more about them. They worked really hard to build what they did, and I don't want to see what they built fall into ruin, basically. I'm doing my best over there with those fields that I still have, but obviously the house and the buildings that made up the farm, the little farm stand that's got the farm name on it, doesn't sit right with me that that's just sitting empty now. I'm gonna have to wait and see. I hope the grandkid shows up soon, but something feels off to me. Alright, I guess that's enough for now. I will catch you in November. By then I will have a goat enclosure in, and I will be mowing that grass field to get a cut of hay off of it and bring in some new baby goats, and maybe I will have processed through enough wood in my sawmill to start building on the house. Right now it's just a construction site. Carter needs some of that material, and he's also contacting the local concrete factory to get some stuff to put in the foundation. So I'm sort of in a holding pattern, but I really want to see progress on that house. So hopefully we will see that in the next few weeks. Bye for now.